Hi, Kimberly. I'm gonna do your healing now. Thank you so much for this opportunity. I've read your emails and I am so blown away by your life experience. I don't even know how you're so cheerful and so lovely. I'm just so impressed by you. I wouldn't even know where to begin to describe this to everybody, what you are coming see me with. You've been through so much. I'm going to do some really profound healing for you as much as I can in the 30 minutes of time. So let me just share with everybody some of your experiences. You're a very strong woman. You're trying to connect with your spirit guides, the universe, angels, divine love, anyone you can connect with. Good for you. You've been through a lot of traumas. So you were attacked by a stalker. You had a narcissist ex-husband that abandoned you and your disabled children. That is so hard. You've been held at gunpoint. You suffer from PTSD, which I mean, how could you not? You have intense back pain, fibromyalgia, carpal tunnel, possible MS, neuropathy. So I'm just so the list just keeps going on. You're just such an amazing person. It's just every human being, like we see each other, but we don't really understand what each other is going through. And so many of us like are such honest, good hearted people, and you are one of these, and you deserve everything the universe can give to you. You're just really okay. Let me get started here, Kimberly. I think you're very that I'm so glad that you watched my video and then you had this experience with your fairy spirit guide. That is so awesome. I read that comment. I still work a full-time job and I have kids, and so I try my best to get through everything, but sometimes it takes me a little bit of time, especially when it's super meaningful emails. I usually put them on the side until I can respond when I can respond in kind, you know what I mean? Because it's so meaningful to me. I can't just say, "Oh, thanks, great to hear from you." I really want to share from my heart, So sometimes I can't get to it right away. So I'm really excited now. You've ordered a reading from my store, so I can just jump on it and help you right now. So I'm going to relax, and then we're just going to get right into it. I cannot wait to connect with your soul and heal you spiritually. So right now, so let me give me a minute just to align with my spirit guides, because I want to make sure I do that before I enter. Let me okay. I'm just relaxing here and letting the energy flow into me. There's a lot that's going to happen in this 30 minutes. I can feel it already because there's an interlocking connectedness taking place. It's just not just me stepping onto the scene. Literally, so Jesus has really become a part of these healings. He wants to be able to touch as many human beings as he can. And I work with him in my own life. I have to spiritually heal myself too, because I too have been, living here. So I'm actually aligning. So there's just so much going on right now. My humanness can't even keep up with all the entities that want to come on the scene and start pouring in love, and healing for your body, and soul. Because your soul has been in pain. The fact that you can still be this cheery is just says a lot about you, because of all of these things that have happened. And there is sort of like the only way I can describe you on the scene is sort of just you're just sort of, there's been a lot of buildup that needs to get released. And it's just buildup from a life that hasn't let go, you know what I mean? So how can you let go? So we have to help you let go of all of this. And now all of a sudden, all these other sort of trauma pains that are manifesting in the physical, and the reason you have to keep going to doctors is going to release as well. So we're still building. It's sort of like a charging of energy here. And I can't even that start there. Spirit's like everything is starting. Everything is balancing and aligning in a way that is appropriate for healing you at this time. And I'm connecting with it, and I haven't yet. So I'm just going to stop and allow this. There's a time frame that it is required in order to prepare us all for you. Okay, so so it is time now. Jesus, I always do that. This always happens. I was looking for him. I couldn't see him in the crowd yet, and now he's come before me. In that really soft and gentle way that he does. And then he's actually bent down, so I'm coming down to his level, and so we can see each other eye to eye. This is like his way of his gesture that he's here to help. He heard me calling for him. Now he is here. Now we are here together. He's like honored that I call to him and ask him to help me heal others. That's like a big deal when Jesus is honored that you call for him. And then it's sort of like, it's like making me emotional, because he's so loving, he's so kind, and he's so happy to help you heal, because he's felt your pain too. Like, loving souls feel your pain, that souls that love you and want to help you. Okay, so I'm sorry, I didn't know that was gonna happen. I'm like so excited to do this for you. You deserve to be touched by all the love in the universe. Every human is been in so much pain and suffering, So I'm just the energy is just waiting. Is there's these interactions. We're sort of looking at somebody coming down from the sky as well. He literally looks like an X-Men. He's an African-American man, but he looks stealthy, like he's going to be in an action movie. And he has these yellow wings, and I can see the feathers, and they're massive feathers. The wings aren't particularly large, surprisingly, but they're massive feathers, and then he has sort of some black that goes up on either side of the wings. So it's sort of, there's color to him, and there's some white in the wings too. So white, yellow, and then black. And he's an African American, and then he sort of has his hair sort of up and then sort of like a flat top. It's like so 80s, and then he's got these like stealthy goggles even. I mean, him being on the scene, he's like a warrior. He is one of your spirit guides. He is serious. So he is the energy that helps you keep going through everything. He is like an unstoppable force. And he is so strong. And how he is, he's just amazing. He's like an action figure. He's like a Captain America, or he's like a superhero, you know what I mean? He's an X-Men. He's just awesome. And he won't stop pushing forward. I can't figure out the words to define him. So I'm still standing here with Jesus while simultaneously this like amazing X-Men is on the scene. He really is a spirit guide, and he even wants to try to push a name, because I have a hard time with names sometimes, and he's really into wanting me to share a name with you. It was something kind of funky with the letters too. I have to be patient in order to accomplish this. This is real. I can't quite create the right vibration connection with him yet. I've been sharing some names with him. If this is it, this is it. And I haven't gotten it yet. It's something weird. I'm just gonna say this, but it just makes me think of the rapper, but it's like Exhibit. And it's spelt funky like that too. And that's really aligned with his identity. So he's kind of funky like that, but he's not a rapper. He's just like a really solid, stealthy eagle man. But he's an eagle wings. He's amazing. I'm like obsessed with just his energy, so mind blowing. He's asking me if I feel that that is his name. And I say I can't falter from it as of yet. But it's because of this sort of alignment in the present. I just want to make sure that it has the right flavor of meaning to you. This is a thing. That I'm ready to get started on you because the pictures are changing. What is a mother holding a child, even feeding a newborn baby? And it is so motherly, and the mother is literally kissing the child's head and gazing into the child's eyes. It's such an affectionate thing, and there's so much love and tenderness. You deserve to be held and loved so in such a way that is so healing for you. That is the energy and the gift that you deserve, and thus you will receive. That's what they say. And then what is also a mother who is simultaneously pregnant as she is still doing this nurturing, loving feeding. It's like this is a super mom, like the mother who is giving life is giving life through her body, is also sharing life still through her body in two different ways. That is the most magical gift that a female gives to the world, so she's so divine and feminine in this expression. She's unwaveringly loving to her duty and responsibility as mother, and that is like so beautiful. It's like women do not get that sort of reverence for their responsibility and duty as an expression of a divine female, the mother who gives life. That is literally what this is. They really need you to see these images and know that you are this expression. You are this amazing mother. You are this amazing woman. Divine feminine expression. You deserve so much. But you keep giving. See how much you give. You not only are feeding your child, you are also creating child or creating life. Like you are in a constant state of giving, and you never stop loving. I don't know why. Just something feels so cozy. Like it's just a cozy feeling, like everything is just, it's like all the pain and suffering has just got blown away with the wind, and now I'm just in this state of peacefulness and rest, and I just can't get out of this sort of beautiful state of just feeling so like I can let go of everything, so I'm just doing it. This is all important for your healing reading. We have to go through all of these things. They said you needed to be touched by spirit. You need to see how loved you are, and you need to know who you are. You need to know how loving you are, and now sort of you give all this love, and now it is time for you to receive love. But in order for you to receive love, you have to see that you are worthy of love. And you are beyond worthy. I don't know. I'm giving you a gift, actually. What is so I have like I use my crystal ball all the time, and it sort of gets really hot in my hands when I do my readings. And it's just so effective, and I love crystal energy. And little do you know, I have this like massive crystal here, and this also shares energy with me. And then I have my amethyst chunk here, so I have like all this energy going into me, and I'm actually surrounding you with my sacred crystals. I'm even handing you my crystal ball, a spiritual version of it, so it can be a gift my soul gives to you. Is like, I don't know why, but I feel I just instantly did it without any thought. You need this. I just seem to know that. So I'm handing it to you as a gift from my soul to your soul. My soul just wanted to give this to you. I'm putting it in your hands. They're saying this crystal ball is filled with electrical, loving, powerful, altering infinite energy. And this sort of electrical vibration it gives is just filling your body right now. It's going to your head especially. They're showing me there's been a lot. There's some really not pretty looking faces in here. Now they're showing them to me. Crystal ball is helping me see with clarity. We're still working. Jesus is still a part of this, but it's not his time yet. I'm to go into these. There's some really darker layers here that I need to go to. What is like a man with a very like sort of his face isn't quite, he looks human, but his face is quite, it's almost, he's got a red face, and then he's got this massive sort of chin, but it's sort of, his face is all bumpy and bulgy, and is sort of, and it's thinner. He looks like a demon or a devil. They don't all look like your typical, this is what you would see from like paintings of, demons and such. But there's not an ill energy I'm experiencing from him yet, but he sure is into you. He sure is attached. So I'm just going to him right now, and I'm handing him a version of my crystal ball to see what becomes of him. He's altering his demeanor now. He's showing himself here because he's sort of attached to you, but he needs detached from you very badly. Not all these demons are bad. Some of them are just souls that have sort of, they need transformed, and they know they do. And so some of them are really easy, and some of them aren't. Some of them even come to me later on. They come back to me in that sort of a negative way, but they actually are coming to me for help. So I have to transform them. He literally is transforming through this sort of energy, but he sort of still has this a negative sort of destructive way about him as he's throwing this ball back at me. He just really doesn't want to let go. He almost did, though. He came really close. So I need to wait a minute because I have no choice. I just have to wait a minute. They're saying there's some very deep spiritual layers in you that need healed. That this is sort of we need to do some work on these layers first, and we'll just keep working until we can get into the depths, right? So I'm just entering into his atmosphere. People worry about demon possessions, and here I am entering the demon's atmosphere. The demon's gonna get possessed by this angel, and he's gonna like it. So I'm going in there. He really has a nasty way about him, but he really has a destructive way about him. He is the manifestation of why your life sort of keeps manifesting these sort of bad scenarios, and this really related to his vibration because he wants to experience love. He wants to experience this sort of freedom from this expression, but then at the same time he keeps creating a self-destructive sort of response that creates a ripple. And he can't heal himself or get out of this, and so he also is sort of inspiring the same for your life. You guys are both aligned in that you're both trying to transform out of this sort of cycle. So that I don't understand the connection, but it's almost like he feeds on you, you feed on some sort of balance between you. Keeps creating these massive scenarios in your life. So we got to do something. I'm still working with him as I'm speaking, so I'm just filling in the time that is taking to process all of this. So I'm just explaining things as we go through. I'm just waiting. He really is angry. They're asking spirits like, you need to call in for help on this. So I am. So I have Jesus here with me, and we're holding hands. And then she's just really a nice guy, And this is just like a really loving gesture is what this is. And so Jesus and I are like, I'm leading him in here with me. So it's like so much love. he has a sense of humor too, believe it or not. You don't really see him as being a comedian. That's not really his expression, but he is a jovial. He does have a jovial side too. He's real. So he's coming in. He has such a presence about him. There's really a lot of darkness going on in this space. Not just this sort of devil-looking guy, but there's even more of them. This is really, human beings don't realize how many connections we have with darker realms, but when we are miserable, it's because we are connected with darker realms and darker entities. I'm still waiting. This is taking time. I'm sorry, but I can't force the healing. It has to take time. So we're just waiting here. So Jesus' presence along with my own is altering us. I'm going to call in a bunch. You know what? The more we can get in here, the faster we can make this. So let's just let's just throw in a bunch of people. Let's just throw in Gandhi and Buddha, and let's just get them all in here. Let's just make this a merry healing thing. Let's call in a bunch of archangels here. Let's just get it all. When I do these things, it's instantly, there's so much love. They're all instantly on the scene. I'm like literally, I don't even know the names of all of these, but I'm like literally connecting my soul with super high vibrational entities that have existed here. And none of us they probably weren't even jotted down in the history books. Like none of us would know them, but their souls have a presence. And my soul seems to know them. So I'm just calling all of them through my heart activator. I'm just like beep, beep, sending a signal out into the spiritual atmosphere from the highest vibrational realms. I'm even calling my alien friend Avery's soul higher self to come because he's such an expression of love and healing. And he just adores human beings. So he's like here. He's so excited to be here to help heal you too. Everybody's coming. We're all coming. There's like hordes of us. It's like a massive. It's like an army of healing. So this is the highest vibration, and we're like lovers. We're not fighters. So we're gonna love up all of the darkness we can find here with our happy, loving energy, and we're gonna allow it to choose whether it wants to transform and heal with us, or if it wants to continue its cycle as what it is, as its expression. So all of this sort of darker layers, like sort of sucking out of you from behind, it's going back that way. And it's just going straight back that way. And it's sort of like a black cloak that was on you, and it's just being pulled off of you now, and sort of like they're like rolling it up. And there's all these darker entities that are literally choosing, and they're just sort of evaporating. Everything is happening so fast. The more you can get, the higher vibration, the faster stuff is. I need to just do this on the punch, I need to just do it. So we're all surrounding you now. You are the centerpiece. We're going to push so many. There's some other spirits in here. I gotta check this guy out. I don't know what his deal is. He kind of looks a little scruffy, and when they look scruffy, I gotta just make sure that they're, because he looks great. This was not a good guy. He needs some attention, clearly. He wanted me to see him directly. There's a lot. There's a lot going on here. I have an angel coming down. I entered into his atmosphere, and he's very destructive. And there's an angel coming down into his atmosphere where I am, and then ultimately the angel's literally taking him to where he needs to go. He needs help, but he doesn't know. And I'm still simultaneously in this super healing, and Spirit's like, you need to leave his atmosphere. So I am choosing to leave his atmosphere now. And I'm asking that angels come and then release my soul from the atmosphere entirely. I have to go do these things in order to create comprehension. There's no fear. There's nothing. My soul can do these. I'm learning, right? So it's just like saying hi to a random stranger on a bus. That's how human beings interact. In spirit, you actually enter each other's souls in order to understand my humanness, to understand it. So I'm being filled with white light in order to heal all the vibrations I've been digesting through this healing for you. while simultaneously we have like an army of love around you. And they're filling you with vibrations, and you're still holding this crystal ball. And the energy is coming from like the ground and up through your feet and coming out of your head. And it's sort of like a huge wash. And now you're turning into a super huge like orb of white light coming out of your body out like this in all the directions. And there's even what is like a halo that belongs to you. You have not been able to activate it because of this too many connections with these darker ways. And now this angel again is coming out of the sky to you to give you something too. This is a cloak they're putting around you of protection. They say you need this, and they're putting the hood up even. A cloak of protection. And this cloak will never go away. And if ever you feel like you need just to make sure, just know that I've been seeing like the Thor. He looks just like Thor, and he comes out of the sky, and it's like he has a hammer too, and he looks just like Thor. And Thor's literally here putting the cloak on you. I thought it was an angel, but now I can see him solidly. He's just. I don't understand why these X-Men things and superheroes and stuff is way more real than you can imagine. This cloak is really amazing and healing because even I feel it. And they say the energy is not only protecting you until you can create the balance you need. It will prevent attachments. And you need this right now. And so they're pulling it around you to keep you safe, but it's also insanely healing. I even feel like it's almost minty in its flavor of energy is like minty healing my whole body. I don't experience minty healing very often. It's almost got a chill. That's my coffee pot. I'm sorry. So it is cool, but it is minty and it is tingly and it is that refreshing feeling like you put a stick of gum in your mouth, it's like, oh, that tastes really awesome. It's minty and good. So it's like it's like refreshing everything about you. So Thor's still on the scene, and he's sort of, he's now done his part. He was part of this somehow. And he sort of, this is a really big deal. You are really aligned with sort of superheroes or action heroes, sort of like create you need these faces and entities in your life to keep you charging ahead like a superhero, right? And they are like Thor. You could even have Thor as a spirit guide, like. This X-Men guy with the wings I'm telling you, he's phenomenal. I'm not convinced of his name because it's sort of something really unique like that, and it has like a unique flavor of letters. But I don't know how to, so he's sort of like just something like Golden Hawk or something. Because the vibration wasn't quite right with that. I need to create something that is like it's like Golden Hawk or something would be perfect because he literally is like, he is a bird. He's a super stealthy guy. And he's really wise, and he's a reflection of the golden light to me, because he's so high, profound, high spiritual vibration. Golden Hawk is I'm stuck on that. That's totally his name to me. He's like, he feels a lot better about this. I kind of left without giving him a name that was appropriate. I'm like, I don't know why, but you're like, like, I don't know how to define your name. It's so strange. But he thinks he's giving me a positive vibration with Golden Hawk is appropriate, and you need to call for him whenever life gets hard too. He's like here with you all the time, and he adores you. Golden Hawk does. He's like a super awesome X-Men guy. And then Thor just gave you this amazing cloak, and I'm telling you, it looks just like the Thor in the movies. He does. and he is a superhero. And this rainbow pathway thing, like this is a real deal. Like he has like this healing knack too. But he's such a force of energy. He's amazing. He loves human beings. He wants to be a part of the human world, and helping human beings. They're asking me if I know where he comes from, and as in it Asgard. There's something real about that whole Thor thing. Is a real thing. But I want to keep focusing on healing you. They're saying there's a lot of healing, and there's even like a tuft of darkness that just came out. They're really wanting me to show you through words and what I'm seeing, that you are put on a pedestal right now, and we are all here around your pedestal to heal you and fill you with light and love. And that sort of darkness that was sort of surrounding you is literally all these attachments and connections have receded entirely. That one has been taken away. I'm healed even from all these atmospheres that I've had to enter into, and we're all just standing around sharing so much love. And there's even singing going on, singing to praise you. You need to receive this singing. You need to absorb heavenly singing, singing in your name even. Absorb it into your body. And this crystal ball is still in your hands. It is yours. This is my special soul gift to you. I gave it to you. I know you need this. And so you're just feeling it. And there's like this cloak is still on you, but it's turning into sort of whiteness, because it was sort of a silvery color at first, and now it's sort of this white. And you're literally in this beautiful white dress now. And you're literally looking up at the white light just pouring down on you and coming from all angles around this circle and into you. And you have this halo that is activated, so now you can channel healing and light from heaven even. So now you want to heal. You are a healer. You even are an angelic, like soul expression, because your wings are popping out now, and they sort of come up at this sort of angle, and they're sort of relaxed state on either side. And then so it's sort of in a shape of an M, right? Comes like the M part would be at your back, and they just sort of are in this relaxed state, but they come flying out too. So you're just sort of in this relaxed state, but you're just filling with light and power and strength, and vivacity is just vibrant, filling with everything, so much light. You're even choosing to lift yourself up into the sky. You're choosing to fly up into heaven now. It's sort of like we gave you the strength you needed to do what you are meant to do. So you're just going to the source light now on your own. Super flying fast. You're fast. You're super. You're an amazing, like, angelic soul even. And you're sort of showering all of us with flowers to thank us for what we've given to you. And this sort of magical thing about them. They're like sort of falling, these pretty flowers like in springtime. How they fall from the trees, and it's so pretty. It's like raining flower petals on some streets where they just right. It's sort of like all this heavenly sort of flower petaling is falling down and touching each of our heads, and it's like literally like sparks of like sheer super energy, and it's awesome. It's amazing. So I'm feeling it, and it feels so good. And I'm allowing it to absorb into my body so I can experience the gift that you give to me. It's just amazing. You give this gift to all of us. Gandhi, Buddha, Jesus. Like so many souls are experiencing your awesome flower petals right now. And you're just so bright, and you're channeling even golden light from your halo out. You're so self-sufficient. Once you get going, oh my gosh, look out world. You're very self-sufficient, and so you're just off for the races. You're just flying and doing swoopies. So that's where I'm at here. I can't wait to see how you're feeling later. You've got to be feeling amazing, and there's so much more we can do. But this is a huge the release of those sort of boggy entities, release of all that dark energy, filling you with all this loving light. awesome cape, and then Golden Hawk, your spirit guide, and this Thor is coming to help you. So Thor's awesome. It's like Gandalf the White. Like, I've been seeing Gandalf too. He's so special and awesome. Gandalf is even, he was like waiting for me to acknowledge him in the crowd, and I hadn't yet. So now I acknowledge him, and now he's like putting his staff down, and this huge blinding light's coming out, and it almost is white, so white that it even has a blueness to it. And it just comes out and just pierces us all, like with this white light, super like Gandalf the White, awesome white light. And he's just sending it to you too. He wants you to see. He gives you light. Whenever you call for him, he will come with his staff and then pound it on the ground, and then white light will just shoot out of it. And for you, white light for you, Kimberly. This is like so special. They all love you. Even Thor's like ready with his like Thor hammer, but he's really into like this sort of rainbowiness too. He's a sort of like, he's so dynamic. Still learning about him, because I just met him a couple days ago. He sort of woke up in the middle of the night, and there was Thor. And like, what was Thor doing? And then he literally took something out of so I've been having this deal with my head, but he literally took it out and then flew away, and I was like, wow, what? I just woke up, Thor came in my room, took something out of my head, and then flew away like that. He's like, he really wants to help humanity, and he really does have a real expression in the universe. And he does do stuff. I don't know if he's a spirit or a real man that astrally projects, or I can't comprehend it as of yet, but I will in time. Not for this time. But yeah, so this is my gift to you. Thank you so much for connecting with me. I'm really excited to see how you're feeling later. I'm definitely wishing you all the best.